Comets. Welcome back here to Raiders Stadium. Comets are still down by 2 scores. 7:01 remaining in the first quarter. The 2019 North Carolina High School Athletic Association kickoff season here in Rockingham at Raiders Stadium. Wesley Outland, Daniel Moore on color. We're here on the CRN Sports Network for the first game of the season. And real quickly, understand we had a penalty there on the Raiders, or actually it's on the Comets, so it'll be 1st and 10. 1st and 10, ball on the 35, and the Comets will go back into play formation again. Whittington. Down on the ground goes number 2 with the carry, Brandon Cray.
Yeah, and they just brought the defense on that one. He didn't have anywhere to go.
And you know, the thing is this. Everett making the stop there, number 92 for the Raiders. And we've got now 2nd and 11 coming up, a loss of 1 yard after Whittington got it to McCray. Whittington throws it out again now to McCray. McCray under 3-man pressure and gets slammed to the ground. Flags flying all over the place. We got a penalty coming up. I believe it's on the Raiders.
Yeah, that was a pretty aggressive face mask there.
We'll see if Daniel, my color guy, is correct on that.
Hopefully.
We'll see what the referee says. Having a meeting here. We'll see what the referee calls here in just a moment.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15 yards into the one. Result will be a first down.
Good job, Daniel Moore. He got it before the referees did. Face mask on the Raiders. And this will give the Comets at least an opportunity to move up the field here. Yes. They'll go now to, in their territory, the 49-yard line, just a yard shy from going midfield.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I don't think, like you said, I don't think they've been on the other side. I don't think they've been in the Raiders field yet. So
Whittington now breaking it out. Trying to get there. I don't think he even picked up a yard. That was number 3 with the carry of Jalen Chadwick. Jalen Chadwick running with the ball. He got maybe a yard. And number 27 on the stop for the Raiders, and that was number 27 of Dominique Levenier. So Levenier making the stop on Chadwick's opportunity. 5:50 in the first quarter. It's still 14-0. Comets are down by 2 runs, Daniel.
Yep, and so, I mean, the Comets have, for the most part, it's been run, mix in a pass here, and it's not really worked too well for him so far.
Whittington on his own, under pressure. He got knocked by one man, knocked by another. 3 times 4. Now he finally goes down. Little pushing and shoving going on the gridiron. They'll finally break it up, and this will now be a 4th and 11 coming up. And the quarterback, Whittington was trying everything he could to run the ball on his own. The stop was made for the Raiders by 35, DeAndre Bethia, the offensive linebacker, middle linebacker, senior, 6', 180. DeAndre Bethia making the stop on Whittington, and they're going to have to go for it. 3rd and 14 here. Whittington throws and misses it. Tried to get it to number 24 of Deshaun Hinton, the running back. Running back became a wide receiver and came up short. This is now 4th down on the Comets.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's something they had to do. Try to go for it and see if they can get on the other side of the field. And obviously, it didn't work out. So we'll see.
4:53 in the first quarter remaining. It is 14-0. 14-0 the score. And what a true test for the Comets of blue and white taking on the Raiders. They're all in on this matchup. And now it's 4th and 14. Ball on the 46. The Comets will have to kick it away. And knocking it deep. But they're still struggling on. I mean, I know this is the furthest that they've got the ball behind the red zone at about the 22-yard line for the kick. But they've struggled on their kickoffs and punts tonight, Daniel.
Yeah, and it's almost like if you notice when he kicks the ball, it's going end over end, and I don't know, if maybe that's slowing it down in the air or what's going on, but the punts are definitely not making it as far as you would hope they would.
14-0. The Raiders will get the ball back again. They're in their deepest territory than they've been all game, because recently the punts and the kicks by the Comets have been midfield. Now they knocked it at about the 32-yard line. So we'll see how things develop for the Comets and the Raiders. As this matchup, wait a minute. Okay, they're actually bringing the ball up forward. They're bringing it up from the 22 to the 32.
Wow.
Not sure what that's all about. Because they kicked it to the 22. There's a 10-yard penalty or something assessed here on the Comets. First and 10, ball on the 32, and now the hood for the Raiders is back on offense. He'll throw it. He's got a man open at the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown Raiders. They strike again. Dalton Strobin, wide receiver, 6'4" at 170. The junior puts another touchdown on the board, Daniel Moore.
Yeah, and Strowman just put on the Jets right there. He beat both of the defensive backs that were close to him, and it was just a wide open lane straight to the touchdown.
20-0. What a tough matchup for the Comets. In the first quarter alone, it is 20-0. 4:32 remaining in the first quarter. And the touchdown, good by number 2, Dalton Strobin, the 6'4", 170 junior wide receiver. And now number 30 of Mac West, the kick punter junior at 5'8", 157. Will go for the extra point. It is up. The kick is through the uprights and good. 21-0. Comets got to turn something around in their 2019 season opener against a hard multi-state champion team here in Rockingham. That's the Richmond County Raiders. More football in a moment on CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the Comets, and follow us on all of our coverage at crnsports.org.
Sports means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official,
Mom.
Dad, son,
Daughter, coach.
are we in this together?
sportsmanship.
Together, we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN.
Raiders kicking back to the Comets and knocking it as a touchback back behind the end zone, so the ball will go to the 20-yard line. Welcome back to our coverage of Friday Night Lights here on the road in Rockingham, North Carolina at Raiders Stadium, the side of the Richmond County Raiders. Wesley Outland, Daniel Moore on the call. And we're ready now for the Comets to try to offensively get something started as Whittington gets the ball quickly to number 2 of Brandon Craig. And Craig picks up at least 3 yards on this carry. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And so, again, they're just trying to get something rolling here at this point. And, we'll see what they bring out on 2nd down.
Whittington, quarterback. Okay, wow, they're saying they only picked up 1 yard on the carry. So now it's 2nd and 9 with the ball on the 21. The clock ticks away at 3:55 in the opening quarter of play. First game of the year. Whittington barks it off to McCray. McCray will hand it back off to Whittington. Whittington will go back to Hinton. Hinton will go down with a dog pile to boot.
He was digging for some yardage, but he took a couple Raiders with him.
Couple of yards up the field. It looks like you got to pick up about 5 yards on the play. So 3rd and 4 is coming up. 3rd and 5 coming up now. Throw down on the field by number 74. Trent Simpson, the guard, getting things kicked off there for the Comets now. Back on offense. 3rd and 5, 3 minutes in the first quarter. Whittington under pressure. That went nowhere. Whittington got boxed in. What a stop by number 45 for the Raiders. And that is number 45, a Javon Little, defensive end senior at 5'10", 190. And he read that play like knowing this man was about to go to sleep and put him out, put his own lights out.
Absolutely, and not only he read the play really, really well, and he had enough speed to get back there, and then he just barely, almost got his hand in there to kind of break that ball loose. But
15-yard. Result will be a first down.
There is a penalty on the Raiders. It is a 15-yard penalty, and the Comets are going to go up 15 yards and get an automatic first down.
Very nice.
The Comets needed that, Daniel Moore.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, any type of movement up the field, even if it is due to a penalty, is obviously going to play better to your advantage. So anything they can do, any type of momentum swing to get the ball going the right way at this point, I think would be outstanding for the Comets.
Without a doubt, the weather has begun to clear up. Nightfall settling in, 20-0 here in Rockingham, but the Comets are showing signs of life. Up the field goes number 24 on the carry, and that was number 24 of Deshaun Henning, stopped there.
Yep.
Right through the middle of the front on the defense of the Raiders, and I think number 40 was the one that made the stop, but then he goes down.
Yeah, and he just threw that one right up the teeth of the defense there. And ran it right up the teeth of the defense. And
number 40 was Omarion Mason, the offensive linebacker there. Sorry, Daniel, I was using your cheat sheet there for a second. Just your paper was closer.
Yeah, I'm just glad you could read the handwriting.
Here we go. We call it announcers chicken scratch. I do it all the time. As Hinton gets a nice run up the field, but quickly goes nowhere. As Deshaun Hinton up the field for at least one or two, and then brought down by number 41 of Desmond Covington for the Raiders.
Number 13, Tarshay Emerson.
Well, these drives are at least lasting longer. Obviously, they've had one first down now at this point, so one first down could possibly lead to another as long as you can keep the momentum rolling.
And my correction on that, I thought it was 24 of Hinton. They've used Hinton several times. It was actually number 14 of Tarshay Emerson, the wide receiver with the carry just a moment ago that went down by the contact of number 41 of the Raiders of Desmond Covington. And now Whittington on offense for the Comets, trying to get something started, but just cannot get past the line of scrimmage behind the quarterback of the runner back play, as Brandon Cray just got sandwiched and dogpiled there. And this brings up a 4th and 7. And the Comets can't punt. They got to stay out there. And I mean, well, you know, you would think you could punt it away, but you would think they would try to go out there and play. But it looks like they are going to punt the football.
Right.
I thought for a second Whittington was going to stay out there, but they are. They're going to punt it. Punting it for the Comets.
Good snap. Oh, almost blocked again.
And knocking one to about the 30, picked up by number 7 of the Raiders.
Oh, wow.
On offense, he is still running. Oh, my goodness, they just crashing into one another like it's a car wreck. C.J. Tillman, number 7, Caitlin Hood running with the ball. And we go midfield. 31.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 21-0. The Comets are down by 3 touchdowns.
Unforgettables. Nice. This show is sponsored by Unforgettables. Unforgettables creates detailed hand-painted baseballs for every baseball fan. Check them out at unforgettables.com.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
23.4 seconds remaining. A run up the field for the Raiders was at least a pickup and a stop on Hood. And now the Raiders back on offense yet again. Second down coming up, a 2nd and 5. 5 yards, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Hood for the Raiders. Barking out the signals. Sets him up. Throws it deep at the 30. It's a caught catch made. Number 4. Now 3-man pressure by the Comets. Number 8 bringing him down after the catch made by Jacoby Baldwin, the 6'1", 177 junior wide receiver. Jacoby Baldwin going down, and the stop was made by the Comets, number 8. And a good stop there by Chris Barber, the wide receiver, Daniel.
Yeah, and it's not, and the defense isn't playing, poorly by any means. It's just, I mean, they're making stops. That one obviously wasn't, didn't stop him behind the line, but the defense is at least trying to keep up with what